G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and we've got something from the exciting world of Homebrew for you today, and we're going to be diving back into G.I. Joe United. So this is the range I've been working on myself for a little while now, and it's really exciting to be able to finally start showing this stuff off to you guys. So we've got the second of our villains that we're going to feature in this range, and that is going to be the classic Baroness, or the Baroness. So really happy with the how the art's turned out for her from Erwin Thunder, so big thanks to him again. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing her off. Although if you're familiar with some of the recent characters from Marvel United Multiverse, I'm really curious to try out, I think it's Maximus from the new multiverse promo set, because I think he's going to work very similar to how Baroness is working, even though I did not know what his rules were going to be ahead of time. So it's just one of those things that sort of turns out that we've sort of designed these, I think, in tandem. So yeah, let's have a look at the back though before we get started. So we'll see here we've got a special setup note here that we place a punch and a heroic token on this dashboard, and that'll make more sense in a moment. We'll also just have a quick look here. We're going to be using a team of 3 Joes today, so she's going to have 6 health as well. And let's go through these special rules. And so if you have played Maximus, yeah, it'd be interested to see you know, what you think of this and how close it is. So she's got an effect here, which is that if a hero is KO'd, Baroness does not activate her BAM. Instead, she plays a Master Plan card face down. And then she's got this rule here, which is at the end of the villain turn, the Baroness will spend action tokens on this dashboard, hence that she starts with a couple at the beginning of the game, to activate the following effects in order. So for the punches, we deal 1 damage to 1 hero in the Baroness's location and each adjacent location for each punch token on here. For each heroic token, we add a civilian to the Baroness's location, driving forward the chance to overflow there. Then we have the wilds. Flip the latest face-up hero card in the storyline face down, and then she spends movement tokens to move all heroes 1 location away from the Baroness's location. She also has this little effect here. All tokens except punch tokens will be spent, even if they have no effect. Unspent punch tokens are left on the dashboard. So if she sort of swings and misses with the punch effect, it will stay here, and she'll sort of like save that up for a bigger hit next time. And the idea behind this character is she's essentially a like an intelligence officer sort of thing, so she's, you know, always got the plans and this and that. So the idea is that she's always sort of like keeping tabs on you and sort of knows what your plans are and what you're going to do based on the cards in your deck, and therefore she sort of like uses those to lay traps and plan against you sort of thing. So if you're bringing punches, she's going to be doing a lot of damage. If you're trying to do a lot of heroic rescuing, she's going to add more civilians for you to try and rescue, and so on and so on. And here, if you've got a lot of movement capability, she's going to sort of push you away, so you can't use that to get to her and hunt her down. So her BAM is that each hero in the Baroness's location reveals the top card of their deck, and you place a matching token on this dashboard for each action symbol at the bottom of each hero's card. So that's how she's gaining these tokens, is that's part of her BAM effect. That's that one there. And then the overflow, if there's an overflow, if 1 or more civilians or thugs can't be added to a location, we play a Master Plan card face down. So you've got to keep on your toes with that as well. So we'll set her up. She'll have a punch token and a a heroic token. She'll have some health there on there, 6 health. And so we've also got these threats to place out, but before we place the threats out, I want to draw attention to this deck here. This is another threat deck, and this is the second of the special modes or modules or challenges that you can add in your G.I. Joe United game. So this one's called the, I think I've called it the Viper Threat Deck, or the Viper Specialist Threat Deck. So one of the things when I was first about to sort of launch into G.I. Joe United and start making characters for this this world, I was really excited to add all the different Vipers, and I thought, oh yeah, when I put these villains together, I'm going to have all these threats, and I'll be able to have different Vipers, being different henchmen for all the different characters, and it's going to be great. And then as I was designing the characters, I found that thematically I was trying to put different effects and things like that tell the villain story in, and it wasn't leaving much room for the different Vipers, and that was a thing that I really loved as a kid, growing up with G.I. Joe. Was collecting all the different Vipers, the Alley Vipers and the Night Vipers and the Frag Vipers and the Laser Vipers and the Star Vipers and all the different Vipers. So I think, was there a Star Viper? I don't know. That one just sort of came to my head there, but I don't know if there was a Star Viper. But the idea was that I wanted to have more of these guys in there. So I thought what we could do is we can have a mode where you can basically, to suit your taste, you can seed into any game with the Cobra villains. You can replace as many as you like, really, threats from that villain with Vipers. So we've got a whole deck here, so I just thought I'll show you here. We've got some Heat Vipers. They're great for sort of taking out Joes when they're using vehicle mode. We have the Alley Vipers. They've sort of got a lot of defense, and they can basically sort of block an area because they take a lot of damage to take down. We've got, now these guys I quite like, the Tele Vipers. So these guys add the top card from the Viper deck to the next clockwise location with no threat, so they keep bringing in reinforcements, so you've got to take care of them before they can radio in for more help. We've got the Techno Vipers, who can keep the Cobra villains going in their vehicles, so you basically sort of can't destroy their vehicles until you get rid of their Techno Vipers. We have the Frag Vipers, who lob grenades around at everybody, so they roll a 6-sided dice or die, and they do that twice, and they sort of hit different locations. We have the Night Vipers, who are hard to spot, so you have to sort of be right in their location to take them down. We have the Laser Vipers, who sort of put targeting lasers on everybody, and then the other Vipers can more accurately hit them. So if you've got a lot of Vipers on the board, this guy's particularly deadly because you deal damage to each hero in each other location with a Viper threat. So not only do they deal damage with their own weapons, but they allow the other Vipers to attack again as well. And then we've got the Vipers. So the way these guys work is these are just the stock standard Vipers, but because they're sort of like the swarming infantry, you actually put 3 of these guys. So instead of having 2 health, it's actually one big giant mob that has 6 health, but they get sort of less dangerous as you take them down, sort of thing. So and things like the Hulk Smash and that sort of stuff would hit each of them because they're sort of each a separate sort of character as well. So yeah, that's the Viper deck. There are more that I'm designing at the moment, and there's actually I've sort of made a few more already that are sitting in my file drives, but I'm sort of waiting till I get the finished collection. I think there's about maybe 10 to 12 of them in total all up, and I'll wait till I sort of get those all finished before I print any more off. But yeah, there you go. And if you're looking for the G.I. Joe United stuff on the wiki, you'll find the Viper threat deck. I think I've got a link to that already in there, but it only has about 5 of the Vipers uploaded. So again, I'll put the rest of them up once I get the whole crew finished. So let's shuffle these guys up. And I thought, why don't we go with let's go with maybe 2 in this game. So, and again, put them in to sort of suit your taste and difficulty and that sort of thing as well. They don't necessarily always create the most balanced game or anything like that, but I think that's a sort of par for the course with United anyway, so don't worry too much about it. If it doesn't go well, then you can always reset and go again. So we'll take 2 off the top here. And what did we end up getting? We've got Viper, okay, and oh no, we've got Viper and Tele Viper. Uh-oh, alright, so that's... we could be getting some more Vipers in this game as well. So we'll shuffle these threats up for the Baroness, and we'll get back to her overview. We'll take 2 out. Alright, so what have we got instead? We've got the Mistress of Disguise. So as long as this threat is in play, the Baroness cannot be damaged while there are any civilians in her location. So not this location, but any location. So you've got to get rid of all copies of Mistress of Disguise if you don't want her to be able to blend into the crowd. So she's got 2 of those. 3 of those. Okay, so it looks like we've lost 2 of these, which is interesting. All right, so yeah, that's going to be a big deal. So we've got to deal with all 3 of these Mistress of Disguise. Now, this will make the game a little interesting because she's lost a couple of her spy networks. So this is a landing spot location, which means this turn the Baroness's BAM effect will also target heroes in adjacent locations. So this ability here, this might be neutered a little bit because she doesn't have as many of these, but we'll now be having to deal with extra Vipers running around the place, so that's going to sort of hopefully balance things out, and we'll just see how that goes. So let's shuffle these up, I guess. Try not to look at them too much, and I'll just put the first one down at the Baroness's location at the top there, and we'll just go around. So we've got one here, so we have a spy net. Oh, okay, so the spy network's going to be right at the top. She's got Mistress of Disguise. Oh, another Mistress of Disguise. She's got, oh no, the Viper is in our spot there. So the Vipers are assaulting the pit. We've got the Telly Viper down in Rio Lindo. And we've got another Mistress of Disguise here. So let's set up some health on these guys. 4 health for our good friend, the Telly Viper. And then we'll search through the deck for our other Vipers. We've got one here. Technically, I guess what you could do, I guess I put all these guys in the deck to shuffle, so we had a pretty good chance of drawing a Viper. If you don't want the Vipers to always turn up, you could just put 1 copy in your deck when you're shuffling. The other thing you could always do is just choose the Vipers that you want for the mission and do it that way. So lots of different options. So we will set this up. Actually, let's just have I don't think we looked at that very closely last time, so let's have a look at this. It says set up, stack all 3 copies of Viper in this location so that their health and BAM effect are showing. So we're going to do it like this, and essentially this way we can see that their health is showing, but also that when the BAM happens, all 3 of them BAM. So that's going to be 1 damage to a hero in this location, 1 damage to a hero. So we're going to be copying 3 damage if there's a BAM effect in play here. So we'll just put that there for the moment. Okay, and we'll put 2 health on each of these guys. So 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2, and a 1 and a 2. Let's get into it. Alright, so that is the Baroness's setup here. We have the Baroness being played by Black Widow. I feel like she kind of looks the part there. She's sitting up here in the undersea base. Villains in this location can only be damaged by attacks that originate in that spot, so we can't shoot her from adjacent spots. We've got Springfield, which is a secret Cobra hideout, so any civilians rescued in this location do not count towards the rescue civilian mission because they're actually bad guys in disguise. We've got the Everglades, where Zartan hangs out. We've got the Pit, which is our home base for the Joes. We've got Rio Lindo, which is the capital of, I want to say, Sierra Gordo, which is like a fictional, I think, South American or maybe Central American place in the comics. And then we've got the old Spanish fort over here as well. So that's that's the story. Let's have a look at our Joes. So now, one of the things I found fun when I was designing these characters was we're going to be using Jean Grey here. Well, not. I think it's technically Marvel Girl, this version of her, even though I guess they're the same thing. But we're going to be using her as Scarlett, and Scarlett was kind of fun to design because Scarlett is like a counterintelligence officer. So I designed her specifically to be someone that was a bit of a foil for the Baroness. So she's got some abilities that basically can cancel most of the Baroness's abilities. So you get like a once-off sort of like cancellation of those. So that's Scarlett's job, is to sort of like neutralize any of those threats coming from the Baroness. Then we've got Scarlett's main squeeze here. We've got Duke. He's going to be being played by Captain America as well. So I figure, you know, real American hero and all that. And speaking of which, he's got real American hero, which he can use his stars as punches instead. So that's his starting hand card. And then we'll shuffle the rest of him up. He gets 2 more cards. We are going to be playing with the standard rules here, so we're not going to be playing on heroic or even hard mode. Oh, he's got Yo-Jo. So he's got 3 copies of this Yo-Jo, but they all work differently. They've all got different, all based off the different actions. So this one is, if you perform at least 2 actions, heroic actions this turn, all other heroes may immediately use a heroic in their location. And then he's got to move and punch. So he's meant to sort of like lead by example and inspire the troops. I realised I forgot to draw any cards for Scarlett, and she she doesn't have any starting hand cards, so we'll just draw 3. There we go. And oh, here we go. Whoa, man! Straight off the bat, she's got both of her copies of Counterintelligence. So this is that card that's supposed to work against the Baroness. So during any villain turn, flip this card face down to cancel 1 instance of the following effects. The villain deals any amount of damage to a hero. Any amount of civilians or thugs can be placed in a location. A hero card is turned face down in the storyline, or the villain forces a hero to move to another location. So essentially, she can block pretty much all of those abilities that the Baroness has, but just once per use of the card. And then she also has Covert Ops. Wow, I drew her other special card, which is, and she's got 2 copies of these in the deck. Look at the top card of the Master Plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. So there you go. Wow, okay, so she started with a big hand. Hopefully we can get some use out of those cards. And the final character we're going to be using is Roadblock. And Roadblock will be played, because of his magnificent machine gun here, by, I was going to say Bebop, but I think this is Rocksteady. So yeah, Rocksteady has the big cool machine gun, so I couldn't go past him for Roadblock. I do have plans to order these guys very soon from Big Head Chibis, so that Big Head Chibis make models of all of these guys that I've created so far in the G.I. Joe range, so definitely check them out, and I plan to order some soon. And they, oh, sorry, I should mention they have a Patreon, and I think you can also get their stuff on Colts 3D, which is like a 3D printing site, I guess, where you can sort of get different files and stuff. So Roadblock has his, you know, as you would imagine, lots of machine gunny type cards and that sort of thing, but he's also got this starting hand card here, which is Suppressing Fire. So this is a bit of a detailed one, so we'll have a look at this up close. On your turn, you may forfeit a punch action at the bottom of your card to place a Suppressing Fire token in an adjacent location. And if you do print him out, I have made files for the token. If you do, on the next villain turn, you may prevent up to 2 thugs from being placed in the location, or cancel a single BAM in that location. Remove the token at the end of the villain's turn. So essentially you can sort of like hose down a location and keep it sort of from overflowing or attacks happening there. Now unfortunately though, I have not printed his token yet, so we're going to be using a little bit of a sneak preview here of vehicle mode. We're going to be using, since it has the big minigun here, the little token for the Ram motorcycle. So when you use vehicle mode, you can print these out if you like to represent the Joe's vehicles running around. So we're just going to use that as the Suppressing Fire token, and we'll just draw 2 more cards for him. 1, 2. Alright, so, oh, double wild, not bad, and a single wild, well, also not too bad. Now I'm going to be tempted to play that double wild first round, aren't I? Okay, so, I think we can get down to the table and see if we can foil the Baroness's plans. Alright, let's do it. Okay, alright, let's grab the Baroness's deck, we'll shuffle it up. Alright, I really don't like the idea of that Televiper hanging around. He doesn't do much himself, he deals damage to a hero in this location, but it's just the threat of if we go around taking out other threats, clearing other threats, he's just going to fill them back up with more Vipers, so I think we need to get rid of him. But before we can do anything like that, we have to see what the Baroness is up to. So what is she going to do? I'll hold it up there for you. Hopefully you guys can have a look there. Oh, she's doing covert intelligence, so she moves clockwise to the next location with any heroes. So she's, wow, this is going to be a this is going to be a rough start, I think. Okay, my goodness. Okay, so she is going to BAM, and the BAM says, yeah, this is going to be painful. Each hero in the Baroness's location reveals the top card of their deck and place a matching token here. So Scarlett gets a heroic, and so let's put that up here. Then Duke, he gets a single punch. Okay. Not good. And please don't have like a double punch. A single move. Wow, it's all three. All three going on. Okay. So, I guess there was no wilds. That's good. Okay, so she's come in, she's done the BAM. Each hero in the Baroness's location reveals the top card of their deck. Place a matching token of this on this dashboard for each action symbol at the bottom of each hero's card. Okay, so we've done that, then we go around doing the BAM. So we've got 1, 2, 3 BAM. So we're going to take some damage here. We all going to take a damage, I guess. Oh man, they've all got good cards. Yikes. Alright, so Scarlett's going to lose maybe Covert Ops, even though that would be good. Duke. Duke. I really... I think we're going to lose Joe. I don't know. What could be good for later? I've got to get rid of that Televiper, but how am I going to do it? Alright, it's too good to keep that Joe thing though, isn't it? And then Roadblock. Well, Roadblock, you'll lose the single wild. Okay. Then the Televiper, he just attacks in this location. Then we go around, no more damage there. But then we've got Covert Intelligence. Add tokens to the... Oh no, add tokens to the... There's already a lot of tokens here, isn't there? To the dashboard, matching the action symbols at the bottom of the latest hero card in the storyline. Then flip that card face down. Well, I guess we got lucky there, didn't we? So that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright, so... Okay. Scored a win there. Now, unfortunately though, we put that down, but at the end of the villain turn we have to go through these. So now... deal a damage to one hero in Baroness's location, so someone else has to take another hit. I think it's going to have to be Scarlett, as much as I'd love to have that counter-intelligence. Yeah, okay. Oh man. Is that the right play? Oh, all of these cards are good. I'm stacked with good cards, so it's lame that we got hit so hard by that. So... That's one hit, and then someone else has got to take another hit as well because that happens again. Yikes! Who designed this character? It's way too broken. All right, we're gonna lose Joe. Man. Okay. Holy moly! All right, so we took 3 hits across the team for the Viper there, and then we also took another 2 hits for the punches. Now we're having 2 more civilians added, so now the pit is full of new recruits. Okay, but unfortunately they're all mole agents from Cobra. Okay, and so that's the 2 of those. And now we get moved away. So I guess this is not bad because we all get moved one location away from the Baroness's location. So we can use this to our advantage. I want to end up over here and take this Televiper out, so let's do that. Okay, and yeah, okay. Should we all move this way? Yeah, why not? Okay, stick together. Okay. Holy moly! All right. Well, we got put through the ringer there, didn't we? We've got a single heroic. But I think we better put this counterintelligence down to stop something like that happening again. So this is going to let us punch or use a heroic. I wish I could have kept that Yo Joe thing going, because then I could have used that. But yeah, moving away from here though, now we can't deal with this overflowing location here. But I guess we'll have to see how we go. So what is she going to do? I think she's going to punch this Televiper. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's do that. And then Duke's going to draw himself a single punch. So I can see how this is going. We had our hands full of the best cards, and we lost them all, and now all of the cruddy single cards are going to be coming out. Let's play Real American Hero. So we can now essentially do 2 punches here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Unfortunately, it's still not enough. The whole team are going at this Televiper, and he's diving out of the way, running for cover every which way. Now, I would love to with... Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Look at what I'm going to be dealing with for the next few rounds. Just absolute garbage. Alright, so... I'd really like to get Suppressing Fire out. But with one attack, then I would not even be able to really use its ability. And put the token out, although at this stage we don't really have a lot of intel. One of the great things about Roadblock and Scarlett on the same team is that if you can have her going earlier in the team, she knows where Baroness is going if she's playing her Covert Ops cards, and then you can use the Suppressing Fire a bit more strategically, or tactically, I guess. On your turn you may forfeit 1 action. Well, if we're not planning on putting Suppressing Fire out in this turn, I could play it now, just to finish this guy off. I can use the punch. That will clear 1 threat for us, and now we don't have to worry about more of those Vipers coming in. So, what a wrinkle you've thrown into the game for us, Televiper. Alright, so that's cool. So we did that one punch, and we'll use this heroic to tackle this child playing soccer in the streets here, get him out of the way, and teach him some sort of important lesson, and now they know. Alright, so now this says we can discard... Oh man, do we really want to discard a card? We can discard a card from our hand to the bottom of our deck to reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck, place it back on the bottom, top or bottom of the deck. Now, considering that she's going next, that's not really going to help us, so I'm not going to worry about that. We certainly seem to have a lot of different ways to sort of be able to see what she's about to do though, don't we? So, alright, not that it seems to be helping us at the moment. Let's see what she does to us next. Okay, as I flipped that, I did see that it's got some text on it, so I imagine she's going to do some sneaky stuff. Oh no, it's not so... Well, I guess it's a bit sneaky, but it's a bit... it's not very nuanced, it's just she blows us away. So she is going to go move clockwise to the next location opposite any heroes, which they're all in the one spot, so she's going to head over here. It is not a landing spot location, we don't need to worry about that. There's no BAM. She doesn't place anything. She hasn't placed anything. Doesn't place anything apart from her ability here. That's why she doesn't have a lot of placement on these ones, although she does have some cards I think that have placement as well. She's going to deal 2 damage to a hero in the opposite location, and then she adds tokens to the dashboard matching the action symbols at the bottom of the latest 2 face-up cards. Well, I guess we're lucky we didn't play a bunch of double actions here, but she is going to do this. So she's going to place one of these down. She's going to place one of these down because there's a punch and a heroic. It doesn't say to turn them face down though. Okay. She's going to be dealing 2 damage to one of us. Now, in this case, I think let's do it to one of these characters with one hit each, because they don't have a lot going for them at the moment. Yeah, let's maybe do it with Duke. Okay, so he gets KO'd. Now there's 1 KO, so we do have to put one of her cards out here. And then, so she's done that. And now she's going to do these as well. So she's going to try to punch. It's not going to take effect, so therefore that stays on her base. We know that she's going to get harder and harder now. So she does place a civilian in this spot, putting people under threat. There we go. And also giving her more places to hide too if those Master of Disguises are out and about. Okay. So I think she's done. Alright, it's time for Scarlett to come up with a plan here. Well, a punch and a heroic is, it's not a bad plan, to be honest. It's not a bad plan. We've got a punch here. Well, actually, it's not a great plan, is it? Because we need some movement. Oh, that's not great at all. That is not great at all. Do we just use the heroic to get us out of here? Do we use the punch? Got a punch there. Boy. Maybe we save that for a more opportune moment. I think we'll just play the heroic. We could be giving the next character, Duke, better cards, but I think I don't think we need that, I guess. Yeah, let's just, okay, we'll punch this one thug here. Now, did we do some rescuing? I think we did. I think I threw this guy back in here. I think we were supposed to rescue at least one of these guys, weren't we? Okay. Alright, let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 cards. Alright, here we go. We've got a double wild. We've got a single heroic. We have a double star. And we've got a movement. So let's go with this double wild. Let's get ourselves off and running. Okay, so we can use... Now, what do we want to do though? What do we want to do? I think I want to get rid of these Mistress of Disguise things. There, the rest of them are over here though, aren't they? Alright, well let's go move into this spot with one of the moves, and then we'll do 2 heroics to work on that. Now, alright, Mr. Roadblock, what are you up to, my friend? He's drawn himself a punch and a heroic. Interesting. I guess I really want to get rid of some of these, don't I? But in this case, do I want to get all the way across there? Punch and heroic. Am I going to use that punch? I'd rather use both heroics, I think. Oh man, okay, what do I want to do here? Maybe... one... He's going to move. I am thinking I'd like to take this out. And knowing... Duke could probably give him a bunch of heroics. I'm just thinking Roadblock's probably not going to be able to do a lot of heroics here, but having Duke leading the way could probably give him what he needs to, so I think I do want to head over this way, but let's do it this way. Since I'm not going to be able to finish this off in one go, I could step across twice and put 2 down here, but what I think I'll do is I'll step once, rescue 2 to work on the overflow there, and then step in again, not putting anything on here but setting myself up. Yeah, I haven't got any punches down the bottom there, so I'm not doing suppressing fire, so therefore it must be the Baroness's turn. Okay, what have we got happening here? So, okay, so she's not doing a BAM. She's going straight over here though. Not doing a BAM. She's going to put a bunch of things down. So I'm glad I actually cleared that now. So she's putting 2 civilians here. She's putting a bunch of thugs in these spots. 2, 3, 4. So that's now full again. The Cobra forces are invading. But she's now at the end of her turn. She's going to be able to trigger these. And she does have a punch left up her sleeve, so she's going to deal with damage, and unfortunately that is going to KO Scarlett. So Scarlett, oh, now hold on, so so I could block this. I think I might want to save it, because if I can get KO'd, then I think strategically I'm going to take the KO. I've still got this, I can have that up my sleeve for maybe late game clutch sort of maneuver, and then I've got a bigger hand, so that's what I'm going to hope I can use. So speaking of having a bigger hand, I think it's her turn now. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, we've got the single wild. We've got a double action here. That's not bad. Got our double wild. Alright, so no specials in this hand, but we do have a few good options there. So shall we just get on the way with the double wilds? I think so. So let's head in here. I mean, I could step this way and try and alleviate the overflow here, but there's an all-out battle going on at the pit. I think I want to stay away from there. Excuse me. So yeah, let's put this out. Okay, we could be dearly wanting to... Oh, you know what, actually? Let's save this, because we could be needing that. If she keeps driving us away later on and we're trying to hunt her down to do the final damage, we might need some double wilds. So I think I might do this instead. I'm going to go... I'll use one of the wilds from Roadblock to step in. Whoops. Oh. I think I already stepped in, did I? Yeah. I think I did that because I knew I wanted to move in. So I'm going to move in with that wild. Then I'm going to use star on my card to clear this Mistress of Disguise. That's 2 threats cleared. How are we going with clearing these? Alright, I would really like to... who was it? It was, I think, Peacope, BGG user, was mentioning that he likes to laser focus on one of the, or sorry, 2 of the missions sort of thing. And I was saying it's funny because he was sort of implying that I don't do that enough, and in my own mind I'm always like laser focused on doing 2, but I just sometimes situationally like to clear thugs or civilians to keep overflows down and things like that. But yeah, I'm trying my best, Pico, but I do get distracted. So I would like to take out as many civilians there as possible, but I think I'm going to have to just do a bunch of punches there. So we'll do 1 rescue. So we've used 2 heroics. So essentially we've moved, we've used a heroic, and our last action really is just a punch anyway, so we're always going to have to do at least 1 punch there, I guess. Alright. Oh, bummer. And this says, rescue 1 civilian from this location. So what we can do instead is, before I step out, I'll use that, so I'll rescue that one that I did before from there, but I'll say that I rescued this guy before I left. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because technically, I mean, I guess you could play where if you make decisions before you know what's coming up, but I think a lot of people like to sort of know what's under there anyway. They know their locations anyway. So I feel like that's fair enough. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. We got a bit of a move on there, didn't we? Only got 4 more civilians to rescue. Alright, and now it is Duke's turn. I haven't messed anything up, have I? I know I always mess something up. Alright, so Duke, he gets to have a turn. He's got 3, he's got 4 now. I think he's just drawn this, a move and a heroic. Alright, so let's get a move on. Okay, so we've played... I wish I had a bit more movement. I don't have much movement there, do I? That's where maybe having the double wild would have been useful, but... Okay. Because I don't really want to remove that spy network. I sort of want to just deal with the 2 Mistress of Disguise here. So do we just play a... What do we play? It's going to be a waste. I could play the heroic just to give Roadblock a bit more agency over there. If I play this one, that could help as well. The civilians over here are not going to count towards this mission though, are they? Oh, that's a problem. So we may have to head down here to the pit. Oh boy. Well, I guess let's give Roadblock some options. We'll give him a movement and a star. Oh man, where are we going to go? Let's... You know what? Let's punch 1 here. And I guess we can just give ourselves a... another option, I guess. Nothing else to spend the heroics on. I could have maybe stepped this way and rescued 1 more civilian. I guess that was an option. You know what? I think I like that option actually. So let's not put those on there. let's step down here. Let's say we punched that guy there and we stepped this way. So we still did the punch, we stepped this way, and we rescue one civilian. There we go. Alright. Okay, Roadblock. We got a bit stumped there, didn't we? Oh, now Roadblock's drawing himself a double punch here. So... now, I guess we could abandon this plan with the civilians and just have to hope that she doesn't put a lot more civilians out in the field. And we could go for these other threats. Roadblock could sort of step in and take out one of the Vipers, do some rescuing, rescue a civilian. Or do we stick to our plan? Alright, let's stick to our plan. Let's put 2 heroics on this one. Let's step in and punch this thug just to stop the overflow. And that's our turn, I think. Oh, now I could try and put a suppressing fire token down, but I'm not really worried about either of these filling up with bad guys just yet, so I think I'd rather just use it to work on this, because this way we're getting close, we can pivot and we can do this. I notice we're not very focused, but you know, look, the situation has presented itself. It is the Baroness's turn. Oh man, alright, what's she doing? She is, let's hold that back a bit. She's doing whatever you guys can see. I don't know what it is yet, but oh, she's moving 1. Oh, she's after, man, she really doesn't like Scarlett, does she? She's after Scarlett. She's going to, bam, so she's going to get Scarlett to reveal 2 heroics. So she's going to put that down on her dashboard. Yep, she was the only character in there. There's no landing spot location, so there's no spy network or anything like that. She's going to put a single civilian and a thug and a thug. Not this way. Alright. Ooh, there's a lot of troopers on that undersea base, isn't there? Alright. That wasn't too bad. And then at the end of her round, though, she now spends... this is actually not bad. She's going to spend 2 of these to put 2 civilians out. So just enough not to overflow, so we got lucky there. And now we have more viable targets for this. We don't have to visit the pit necessarily, because Springfield's a problem, because all of those civilians are actually Cobra agents. And the pit is just, I don't think I want to go anywhere near there, so... Alright. What have I given myself? A punch and a star. Alright, Scarlett. You need to get over to the other side. So we luckily didn't take any damage there. Ooh, Scarlett, you have drawn yourself a double heroic there. But I think what I want to do is not use the star. I'm going to use the double wild, just because that should get her across here, and also should hopefully get Duke across to the other side as well. So we want to dive over this pit if we can. So she's going to go, well, I would like to deal with this. What do I need? How much do I need? So I need 2 movement to get there. Then I need a heroic to clear this. That leaves me with the punch. I can punch this guy just to sort of stop, well, try and at least alleviate some overflow. She's going to move 1 and a 2. She's going to clear this, with the last remaining heroic there. And that's 2 Mistresses of Disguise cleared, I believe. One left to go. One more threat to go as well to clear that mission. Now this says, end of turn, you may turn any number of civilians here into thugs. Let's do it, since they are now all revealed. And you may defeat 1 thug in this location, so we'll punch 1. And now, yeah, now we can go either way, so that's not bad. Now, Duke, you, my friend. Oh, Yo Joe. We've got wilds. 2 punch actions. Oh, yeah, actually that would work, wouldn't it? 'Cause it's 2 punch actions. Oh, that could. I could work alright. So Duke could play this Yo Joe card here with the punches, and it just says you can do at least 2 punch actions, and we can use the wilds as punch actions, right? So if you perform at least 2 punch actions this turn, all other heroes may punch in their location. So I guess I could move in for 1 movement. I could perform the punch there plus the punch on this card here to take out one of the Vipers, or take out 2 of these guys, and then these guys would be able to each punch a thug there as well. But that would be, I think, a distraction from our plan. So that's actually not a bad thing to do, I guess. But I think I want to get across here. Maybe we can tee that up when we're hunting her down or something as well. So I'm going to do this instead. Now the only thing is I'm giving myself a lot of heroics that roadblock isn't necessarily going to be able to use. We'll see how we go. Now the other thing we've got to bear in mind as well is I can be, as Duke, I can be using these as punches, so that's actually probably a good card to save for later, because I could use it as a double punch against the Baroness. But let's get on with our act of trying to make her vulnerable here. So 1, 2 to move there, then 1, 2. Do we place 2 of these down here, or you know what, I might do this instead. I'll wound that guy. And that will put us closer towards completing this one. Alright, so roadblock. So we haven't completed a mission yet, but I think we're just about to. So it'd be good if roadblock could do it, because he's the 3rd one. He draws himself a double punch, so he's got 2 of those double punches. But he's got a, now I feel like this movement might be better off using that to stop the Baroness from moving us away, but that's okay. We're going to move over here, and we'll put the 2 stars down here and we'll clear that. So there we go, we've cleared 1 mission. Okie dokie. And yeah, that'll do us, I think. Oh no, this is not good. I just realised Zartan's Everglades is not a great spot here. So yeah, but we have cleared the last of the Mistress of Disguise things. The other thing we can do, now that there's only 1 spy network, it's up here. If we can stay away from this spot, then the spy network isn't going to sort of really hurt us, but easier said than done, I guess. Now this says, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card has any movement or punches at the bottom, you may draw it, otherwise you have to discard it. So Let's see, it is a movement, so we actually get a little bit of healing there, so that's not too bad. Don't mind if I do. Alright, thank you Zartan's Hut. Alright, so, Alright, Baroness is going, and she is going to be, she's going to be under pressure now. Okay. So, moving clockwise to the next location with any heroes. Okay, so she luckily doesn't go to... She really has it out for Scarlett. Okay, luckily she doesn't go to the boys over there. So, she's going to check Scarlett's card here. Oh, it's a move and a punch. So she gets a move token and a punch token. Okay. Oh, actually that's not great, is it? Alright, luckily we're all on pretty high health here. So she's also going to trigger, so she did that, then we go around to the other BAM, so these guys are going to do a lot of damage over here. Then she's putting a, now we're getting pretty full with some of these locations up here. One civilian, one thug on either side, so that's now full. Could have an overflow at any moment here. Alright, so that's happening. Then she's going to trigger this punch, which is going to deal a damage to one hero in her location, so Scarlett's going to have to take a hit. Well, I think Scarlett might lose the... Scarlett might lose the double star now. Maybe keep it wild. Although if we give a double star to Duke, that could be quite useful, but you know the problem is Duke's too far away because he's going to get pushed away. But that could be handy for later. Maybe we... Oh man, maybe we lose the single movement. See what happens. We could block some of this damage too with our covert intelligence, but let's maybe save it for a an overflow. Alright. Then Duke or Roadblock do have to take a hit here. Alright, let's lose a single heroic for Duke, because that punch attacks her location and each adjacent location as well. Alright, and then the move, so she's going to push... Oh, nowhere. Well, luckily we luckily we arrive in the pit after all the bamming is going on. And then Scarlett is going to get pushed either way. I guess it's probably good to spread out, and so we can maybe deal with some of this as well. So I'll go this way with Scarlett. To be honest, I'm probably going to step straight back in to try and take out some thugs and do some damage or something. Alright, so Scarlett, it is your turn. Okay, sorry folks, I do believe the camera's doing that thing where it shuts itself off randomly for some reason. It's not a battery, well, it's not like a battery life issue. I think it's just some sort of like a problem with it. But I think we were just saying that Scarlett's about to go next. She's got to draw a card that might give us some better options. Oh, she's drawn a move and a punch, so I think that might be the play. Oh, I should have known we had a move and a punch, shouldn't I? Because we just revealed that. Okay. So, oh, she can move twice and punch. I mean, that's not the most useful, but it should help. Oh, is it actually going to help Duke that much? Not sure. We'll see. All right. So, well, let's do it. Let's actually this could. We'll see. She is going to move in. She's going to punch. There we go. Finally get some payback after she's been picked on this whole game by the Baroness. So she's going to do 1 damage. Is she going to move away? She could move here and try and do some healing with this location effect here. Or she could stay here. I think she's going to stay here and punch this thug here. Actually, oh, whoopsie. Whoops, whoops, whoops. No, I'm not doing any damage to the Baroness because she's not vulnerable yet. I keep thinking she's vulnerable, but she is not. In that case, what she's going to do is she'll step in, she'll still stay here because she's going to trigger this end of turn effect here, which is going to do the punch. So yeah, sorry, she did one punch against a thug in this location, and she's going to trigger the end of turn effect, which will punch the last of the thugs. And now the Baroness is, in fact, not just under pressure, but vulnerable. Okay, and one thing I do need to do is swap this guy out because we use that effect that gets rid of any civilians there. So actually not too bad. It stops her from being able to hide in Springfield, I guess. If we had the Master of Disguise things out. Now, Duke is going to draw a card. He's drawn himself a single wild, which isn't too bad. Okay, camera's still playing up on this, but we're just debating whether to use this Yo-Jo. If you perform at least 2 punch actions this turn, all other heroes may punch in their location. So what we could do is, poor old Roadblock's going to get left behind here in the pit, but we could punch twice with Duke. He's not going to have the movement to get to the Baroness, but then Roadblock and Scarlett would be able to attack, so we'd be able to do 1 damage to the Baroness. If we played the movement or the wild, we could get Duke to the Baroness and do a single hit, but we wouldn't be able to do the extra stuff we can do. So I think I'm going to use Yo-Jo. So Yo-Jo, he's going to... okay, so what's he going to do here? I think he's going to punch the Viper so that Roadblock won't be getting hit for as much damage. I think that's the plan. So we'll take out one of the Vipers. That does not clear the threat. You have to clear all 3 of them to clear the threat. But now there are only 2 of them bamming, so that's only 2 hits. Now, so he's done that. He's also going to... is he going to step out of the way? I think he's going to step here, just to spread out a bit. So he's done his 2 punches and he's done that. Roadblock will do 1 more damage. He's going to actually target a thug just to stop overflows. And Scarlett will target Baroness, so she's going to actually do that damage that she tried to do before. So Baroness has got 5 health now. Roadblock does not get to have a turn now because the Baroness is under pressure. So let's see what she does. She is going to... Now, have I forgotten... Has there been another KO that happened? I think... Just trying to think if Scarlett got KO'd and I forgot to put one of the Baroness's cards out. I think maybe there was supposed to be another one, so I'm not sure about this. I'm just going to put another Baroness card out just to be on the safe side. We'll see how close it gets at the end of the game. But now let's see, the Baroness. She is going to move twice. 1 and oh man, she's going straight for Roadblock. Is in trouble here. So she's going here. She's going to bam. She's going to check what Roadblock's. Now Roadblock does have a lot of damage output here, doesn't he? Oh nope, he's drawn himself his cooking with Kung Fu grip. So he's drawn himself a star, which is going to lead to some overflow here. So we've got a civilian coming out. Oh, actually no, not yet. So what we have is a star going down. Okay. Now, so that happened. Doesn't affect anyone on either side. Then we get a thug over here, and a thug over here, and a... Now, do we want to stop this? Do we want to use this to stop this effect? I think so, because we're all pretty healthy. I think we can afford to maybe use one of these covert intelligence things now just to stop her getting too close to the end of her deck here. Yeah, she's only got a few cards, so let's do that. Although, actually, you know what? Maybe let's stop it, because she's going to put one here, and then with the star, she's going to put another one down, right? But maybe I sort of want to stop her from pushing us away. So I think I'm going to take that hit. I'm not going to use this one. Okay. And then the BAM, I forgot the BAM actually happened first, didn't it? But poor old Roadblock's going to take a couple of hits here. So he's going to take that from the Vipers. Alright. Well, Roadblock, your turn, buddy. But luckily he wakes up and he is sitting pretty in her spot with 2 punches, so that's not too bad. He's also got Cooking with Kung Fu Grip, so he could heal himself here, but... Well, no, he doesn't actually. He can only heal another Joe. So I guess he's just going to play this. He's got 2 punches. And that's going to do 2 damage to our friend. Oh man, okay. Now he could do Suppressing Fire and put that down there. Defend Duke and maybe only do 1 damage to the Baroness, but I think we've got to go all out. Alright, so Covert Ops. Alright, so not so helpful now because Baroness will be going next. Man, okay. But we could put it at the bottom of the deck, couldn't we? Oh yeah, okay. So 2 stars, what can we use this on? 2 punches. A wild. Do we just give a movement just so someone can get towards her? Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so she can use a movement and 2 punches. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here and do 2 punches just to stop overflow there. Then we'll look at the top card. Where would... So Baroness... Oh, she wouldn't be... She's here. She'd be going over here. She wouldn't be bamming, but she would be putting a lot of civilians down. There would be an overflow. But then the 2 characters going next would be very far away from her. So I think what I'm going to do is put that at the bottom. We may cop a bit more damage here, but I'm hoping she doesn't go as far away. Because that one didn't have a BAM on it, so that... I don't know. Alright. Okay, so... Well, we've got a BAM. Let's see what happens. We have move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. So she's going to come straight for Duke, which is not too bad. She BAMs though, so she's going to have a look at what Duke's got up his sleeve. He's got a movement. Oh, see, this is what we sort of want to stop, isn't it? So she's got a move. So she gets a movement token. And then she adds tokens to the dashboard matching the action symbols at the top of the latest face up. So add tokens to the dashboard. Oh, and then also poor old Roadblock is going to get KO'd here. Which I'm sort of okay with. How many cards has she got left? Where's her deck? Don't tell me that's her last card. No way. Wait, what's this card here? Oh, that's... Okay, I put it at the bottom. Okay, sorry. I had all her threats down there, so I'm like, I thought she had another card. Alright, so... Wow, okay, uh-oh. Wait a second. She's only got 1 more card here. Okay, hold on. So if I play this, and then she plays this, because we get KO'd by the the Viper. Is there going to be any overflow happening here? It doesn't look like it. Add tokens to the dashboard matching the action symbols at the latest face-up hero card in the storyline, which is again another movement. So she gets 2 movement. Then we flip that card face down. Okay. Yikes. Whose turn is it going to be? It's going to be Duke's turn. So at the end of her round, she moved all heroes 1 location away from the Baroness's location for each of these. And now Scarlett can, a hero, cancel any one instance of the following effects. A hero card is turned face down. The villain forces a hero to move to another location. So, alright, unfortunately, this moves all heroes, so he's not here anymore. She is going to get pushed to this spot for one of these stars, and also our friend Captain America, Duke, is also going to get pushed away, and we can stop him from getting pushed further away. That's the best we can do if we flip this down. Okay, unfortunately we've just lost that movement there too. Oh man, alright. And all we've got is this wild. We need like a move and a punch, don't we? Oh man, alright. Okay, come on, Roadblock. Okay, I'm hoping Roadblock's got something up his sleeve that can help us out here, but Duke, alright, I'd love a move and a punch here, buddy. Okay.
Is it a blank?
It's a move. Oh, well, Well, no, he can't. Okay. Yo-Joe. Okay, if he had that other move, he'd be able to get everyone gathered on her at once, but that's not going to be the case. Alright, so we can't really tee that up. Man, I can't get to her. Well, I'll just hit a wild to help out Roadblock. How much damage has she got? She's got 3 health. Alright, come on Roadblock. There's a particular card I need you to draw. Now, I'm glad you're drawing 4 cards, because I really need you to draw this card now. Okay. She's got no more cards left. I can't believe she's got no... That just came out of nowhere. I thought she's played... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, yep, 11, that's 12. Now, I'm not sure about that extra one, but I'm pretty sure I forgot to put an extra one out for Scarlett there. So this is pretty much it. We've got 1 more card to play. We've got to do 3 damage with it. We've got a wild. Roadblock gets himself back up again. Okay. Here we go. Come on, Roadblock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, surely, because I think he's been hit this many times. So we haven't seen any copies of this card yet, so it must be here. So I think we're looking pretty, guys. Here we go. A single wild. That's not it. That won't do it, because that would allow us to move and do a single damage. That's not what we're looking for. Coincidentally, though, the artwork on the card is what we're looking for. So let's see what we get. Ah, here we go. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat. Alright, so we should have 2 of those. Yep, there's another one. And the last one was a punch and a star, so that wasn't going to do the business either. So this one, this is what we're looking for. Alright, so I think this works. Alright, so 3 punches in an adjacent location. So I'm really hoping I haven't messed up any other rules and that this game is legitimate, but Roadblock gets up and he just absolutely unleashes on the Baroness here with 3 attacks, and that's 1, 2, 3 damage, and that's enough to finish her off. So whew, in the face of a Viper assault and nefarious activities going on from the Baroness there, the Joes have just barely come out victorious through, some would say, fantastic teamwork. Others would say absolute genius level tactical maneuvers from the general, but others might say just sheer dumb luck. But yeah, either way, the Baroness has been defeated. So, well, there you go, guys. That's the Baroness. That's how she plays out the operation. What do we call it? The intelligence operation expert, trying to sort of foil all our plans, and we had to use Scarlett to bring her down. And unfortunately, this whole counterintelligence thing I was holding for the whole thing, it ended up not really being the difference, was it? Because Roadblock was the one who took her down, and he didn't get affected by that last move anyway. So there you go. So yeah, very cool. I hope though you guys got to see you know, how these different characters can interact with each other and support each other, although there wasn't a lot of suppressing fire going on, was there? But hopefully you got to see, you know, and thought that some of those moves they were pulling off were pretty cool. Hopefully you liked the addition of the Vipers, and you can see the potential for how they could sort of spice up different games. And of course, everything with G.I. Joe United is designed to be able to be cross-compatible with all of the United stuff. So you could send some Vipers in to support the Dr. Octopus, or you know, Green Goblin and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, hopefully that's a fun mode that you like the idea of. And like I said, I'll have more of these Vipers on the way. We've got I think the Toxo Viper, the Sludge Viper. We've got the I think the Range Viper, and maybe one or two more that are still on the way. So yeah, more to come. Oh, and of course we can't forget the Saw Viper, the infamous Saw Viper, who is a deadly foe for the Joes. If you do like the G.I. Joe stuff, I've got more on the way. So the next hero on the design board, just waiting on art for him really, is Beachhead. So we'll have Beachhead joining the Joes soon. We've got Timber, who I think sort of up in the air whether I make a companion deck or a fully fledged hero deck. I'm sort of more leaning towards just making a fully fledged hero deck, and I think that's just more fun. So we'll probably see a hero version of Timber. And we've got Doc as well, so we'll have a combat or a field medic on the team, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We have Tomax and Zammot and Zartan still to go for the villains. I've got no idea how I'm going to make them yet, but Big Head Chibis have made the models for them, so I'll have to try and work that out. A plea to anyone who is in the Big Head Chibis Patreon account. I would very much appreciate anyone who is voting on the different Joe lines to maybe support the stuff that I'm suggesting, just to sort of make it a bit easier for me to sort of keep up with demand and design the stuff that I've got inspiration for and have ideas for, rather than random stuff sort of keep popping up and then I've got to try and sort of squeeze them into the design board sort of thing. So but of course, you know, democracy wins the day sort of thing. So you know, obviously you vote for what you like there, but if it's, you know, all the same to you, and you know, you want to make things a little bit easier for me on the design front, that'd be cool too. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely check out Big Head Chibis if you want to see some cool models for these guys. I'm hoping in the next video, or yeah, hopefully by the time I film another G.I. Joe mission, I'll have some Big Head Chibis G.I. Joe figures to show off. But you can definitely check those out. I've got pictures of them you know, on the pages in the wiki where you can check out these guys and download their files. So we've got pictures of the Big Head Chibi stuff there. Otherwise you can just go to Big Head Chibi's Patreon page and check out all their stuff anyway. So yeah, we'll be back next time with another Marvel United battle. Not sure who's on the chopping block for that one, but we'll go with another official hero next. Maybe we'll look at Maximus and see how different he plays out to the Baroness, or if he plays out exactly the same. We'll have to have a look. But I think there's another one in the DC range when that comes out eventually. I forget the name of it. He was like a monster-looking guy, but he looked like he had a similar sort of gimmick as well. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, well, thank you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Meat Monkey out. See ya.